Alright guys, it's hankmcgurk here. I'm going to show you a couple of things today. I need to replace a mod. I'm going to replace the explosives mod. Let's see, it would be down here, weapon. It would be not better explosives, but scratch made explosives. Let's see, remote explosive C4 with detonators and more. Okay. I'd like to update that because it's a little bit old, and I'd also like to update my BNB preset, which is going to be brand new. I haven't gotten to that yet, so these are all the plugins I have so far. And generally, for safety purposes, the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and export your load order to a text file, in case your memory is not that good. Okay. Second thing you want to do is go into your game and run it as an administrator. So we're going to wait for that to fire up. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go in and sell everything, get rid of everything that has anything to do with the remote explosives mod. So I'm going to sell all of the explosives that I have already built. I'm going to sell the detonator, and then I'm going to go into home plate, and I'm going to sleep to save, and then I'm going to actually hard save with a console command, and then I'll be able to exit the game and update that mod, because there will be conflicts if you don't remove things properly if you're in mid-game. It can be a little tricky sometimes, so it's very important to follow those instructions all the way through and through. Okay. So fortunately I left the game already in Diamond City. And it's going to take a second for load because I have a PEX accelerator, which is a very, very cool tool. And what that does is it preloads all my mods into the game. So basically the way that Fallout 4 works is it consistently, every time you go into a load screen, it has to pull these base files and reestablish everything around it. Well, this PEX accelerator basically preloads everything that's going to go from load screen to load screen to load screen, and it's going to archive it and just pull it over at one time. So while initially while your initial load time is a little bit greater, your performance is greatly improved. Alright, so let's run down here and get rid of all the stuff I've got for remote detonators. And it looks like it's Christmas time down here. How do you like that? Let's check the day. Yeah, 12/26. We'll run over here to Percy.
Oh, wow, we're tall.
And I'm going to grab everything from dog meat.
Hey.
Because he's probably got a few of those detonators. So we're going to take everything that's the remote charge. I hate to lose those remote nukes, but what can you do? Alright, then let's sell it all to Percy.
Oh, I do hope you're here to make a purchase. It's what I live for.
Alright.
Let's see what you got.
The highest quality available.
Okay, let's dump all that I've got here. That's tied to that mod. And the detonator. And let's just see maybe if he's got some stuff to buy. I'll take, because I don't want to lose all this money. We'll take the We'll take the service rifle. That looks like it'll do it. Alright, so we've gotten rid of everything that was connected to that mod. And now we're going to go over to home plate. And we're coming up here specifically to sleep. I'm going to sleep for 72 hours because that should clear out every inventory. So here's day one. And, well, maybe I won't sleep for 72 hours. I don't think it'll be really necessary because Percy will be gone probably, or I'll just leave Diamond City or something. I don't think it's going to be super crucial. Okay, and then I'm going to eat. And I'm going to console in a save. And that's all we needed to do there. So let's go ahead and get out of here. We'll just go ahead and quit to the desktop. So we've got 2 saves, 3. We've got the one from the bed, we've got the one from the console, and we've got the one from quitting to the main. The next thing that we're going to have to do is disable the old remote explosives. And I'm going to disable everything that's attached to it. Alright, now I've already got everything pulled up over here. So when you're doing your modding, this is probably the best place to go. Biratbec, okay? Because he gives you, if you click on this, you'll end up here, and he gives you a very, very detailed look at how exactly you're supposed to mod your game. Okay, it's very, very good utility, very good resource. You can follow instructions, you can mod like a pro. It does take a lot of time, so don't think you're going to sit and do it all in one sitting. Actually, you should break it up, because if you get tired, you're going to make mistakes, and you don't want to make mistakes. So take your time with it. Okay. Alright, so what I want is a new BRB ENB preset, because if you look at the change log up here, he's got a new one. The massive darkness is now fixed, massive colors rebalance on a whole day cycle, fixed clouds in a different time of days, fixed massive sharpening, improved atmosphere and feeling per hour to give more variety on a daily basis. Now object post-processing line on default is disabled, so I want that. I'm not quite ready to go ahead and do a full texture repack because it's not quite ready yet, and that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So we'll just do the BNB preset. Okay, I always like to open it in a new tab. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and get the BRB ENB. We could see that it was uploaded on the 19th of August. Okay, and I hadn't done anything with the graphics section since. So I'm going to manually download that right into my Fallout 4 temp directory in my download. Okay, and then I am going to show in folder. and it's a 7-zip file, so we want to make sure that we're going to extract it directly into the Fallout 4 main directory. I have a shortcut here, so what I'll do is I'll just copy the line, make it nice and easy. Alright, and it's basically going to overwrite these files in here, the old files. So we'll go back to here, and we're going to open with 7-zip. Oops, well, I'll probably have to open 7-zip first. Now I don't want to. And BRB beta 4. And we are going to extract that to that directory. Okay, so in this directory here, we should now have this. And I'm going to need to pull all of it out and extract it into the main directory. So I'm actually going to have to pull it out of the file. And I'm just checking through here. So what I'm going to do is take out wait a second, make sure I do this right. So this is docs. Let's see. I'm going to copy and replace. Okay. Let's look at shaders probably. And I'm going to go in here, shaders. And I'm going to paste over that, and I'm going to copy and replace all of them. Okay, and next would be textures. Copy and replace. And now I'm going to go back here and take these two, copy them, and paste. And I'm probably doing this the long way, but I always like to kind of double check what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to take all these configurations and copy. And I'm going to paste it right into the main directory. And then I need the last piece of these, and I am going to copy, paste it into my main directory. Okay. So everything should be in the right place. All right. So that should do it for the ENB preset to change everything except for one thing. And since we're clever, we're going to use somebody's information that's smarter than I am. And we'll look at what Biratbec says. So, if you want more quality, enable double field, blah, 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 blah. Improve performance and stability by going to the ENB local INI file after installing it. I have, let's see, 16 gigs of RAM. So I'm going to go with 1400. And let's check that. And it was called ENB local INI. So this is the INI. And we got to make sure it's not read only. Okay. So we're going to go in here. And I am looking for video memory size 1400. So it's already set. And it says force video memory size, and I want to make that true. I'll make it true for now. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, so we'll go with it. Okay. It's a little dangerous doing that right there, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. Now the next thing to do is we want, so we can get rid of this, and we can get rid of this. Okay, I want the new version of remote explosives. Okay, so we've already removed the old version. And it looks like it's script injected, so it's already got leveled list, so that means I can just go ahead and delete all those things here. So I'm actually going to completely delete it. Okay. Simple enough. And we're going to get the we're going to download it through the mod manager. Shouldn't take long. Now there's a very important next step here, and it has to do with load order, because I'm using better explosives and I'm using better locational damage, and those things can be very important. Load order is very important. So I think I would like to have the HD textures. And I've already got package sounds built into the game where I've modified the sounds. I've actually overwritten the main files in the game, so I don't think that I'm going to do these high quality wave sounds just yet, but I will go ahead and download it. But I probably won't activate it until I take a look around at some other things, really make sure that's what I want, because it's going to overwrite the files that I've already overwritten into the base game outside of the mod manager, so that can be a little bit of a bear to undo. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and activate the mod. And I'm going to go ahead and activate the HD textures. And it'll probably ask me about an overwrite. Okay, it's installing. I thought it would be a little faster, but it's not. Of course, I got a lot of processes going on here. I think I paused my handbrake. Yeah. So, still installing. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to move this plugin up. Okay, so we got remote explosives and the patch for it and everything. Alright, and the important thing to remember about Better Locational Damage is load order. Okay. Alright, so you can see a load order here in Better Locational Damage, Better Explosives. Alright, so you need to have your Better Explosives, I think, above Better Locational Damage, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're gonna overwrite. That's what was taking so long. So up here, I've got my Better Explosives right here, and my Better Locational Damage ESP right here. So I'm going to need to put my remote explosives up here somewhere. So I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to move that all up at one time. Okay, and I'm going to want it above Better Locational Damage and below Better Explosives. And where the patch, the Vladisil patch and the VIS patch is, it's not really important. Usually I put them at the bottom, but again, it's kind of neither here nor there. All right. So that would be that. We are ready to go for a test. Okay, so everything in here is saved. I'm just going to check for missing download IDs. It's really not important. One thing that you do not want to do is fix download IDs and check for mod updates through Nexus Mod Manager, because what that's going to do is it's just going to update all the mods. And sometimes you have to, just like I've shown you here, you have to uninstall things and save and do everything in the right order. Otherwise, you're going to run into a lot of problems. So don't do that. I've done it before. I've made that mistake. Okay. All right. So showing you guys everything you need to know there. And let's just run a test, make sure everything's working. And of course, running as administrator. And I need to update these too, but it's not really a big deal. So let's see how long it takes to fire it up. Because I got that PEX accelerator in it, so just bear with me. Plus we have the new BNB preset. So that's going to change the colors and change the darkness level and everything, so that'll be a little different. And if I don't like it, I can always undo it. That's why I keep those sets of files in the back. So I'm just going to load my exit save here. And I'll go right to my explosives workbench and build these new explosives. And hopefully everything is there. I'll probably have to buy some more mini nukes. That sucks to lose those, but what can you do? In another episode, I'll show you how to outstanding. Okay. In another episode, I'll show you how to craft all that stuff in. So I need an explosives workbench. Put in a clutter workbench because I know I'm going to need it. And let's put an explosives workbench.
Anything I can do? You just say the word. If you wanted to make me a second printing press while you're at it.
Okay, let's see. Not seeing it there, so maybe it's in the chemistry station. So let's build one of those too. And I'm going to disable crafting experience. I'm going to go back out of here. Alright, so we do. We have new ones. So it would appear everything is working just like it should. Looks like we are in business. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. I'm going to go and disable my crafting experience and then reload from here. Let's go outside real quick and make sure the BNB preset has changed the color and the darkness and everything to a way that I like and prefer. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you comment on the video, because I'm usually pretty good about addressing your questions as I'm trying to build the channel. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, it looks like it's a little bit more clear. Okay, let's try with my night vision. Thermal. Alright, yeah, see, I like that a lot better. What time is it? Should be midnight, somewhere around that time. Yep. So everything's working really good. And like I say, if you've got any questions as I'm trying to build the channel, make sure you subscribe. And I'm usually pretty good about helping you with modding. So you have a fine game just like this. It's been Hank. I'll catch you on the flip side.